Greetings out there in YouTube land. I was telling a story of one of the times that Jesus moved in my life, even though I was still lost. In a chat room earlier, you know, apparently some of the people wanted to hear some of the things that Jesus has done in my life. He healed me recently, March 12th, 2018 here, at 1:38 in the morning of my terminal heart problem. He's been moving in my life for a long time. But I was young and stupid like many of us were back then, right? He helped me so many times. So here's that story for those of you who want to hear it. This is in '87, early '87. My daughter had just been born on Valentine's Day, and she was 6 weeks old, right? And ironically, that was the day I had my open heart surgery in the States too. Right? So they kind of share. That's my second kind of birthday because I died and came back type thing, right? But I went to Jamaica. And here I am, my first time in Jamaica. Really beautiful place, right? Some nice people I ran into. I went up into the mountains, with the Rastas and all that. I met everybody. I was having a blast there, right? And I'm at this beach hotel. Lots of good food. You know how they have all the amenities. If you don't know how to do something, they'll show you and you go do it and that. But I just wanted to go snorkeling, right? So here I am snorkeling. I see this beautiful fish. Those multicolored fish, you know how it is, right? And it's just within, it seems like it's just within reach. And as you're trying to reach out, you just want to touch it because it's so beautiful. It just swims ahead a little bit. So you find yourself following it, and following it. And I was fixated on the fish. I wasn't thinking about anything else, right? And I just following the fish. I wasn't even paying attention that when you're looking down, it got further and further away. And all of a sudden, I noticed it's all black. Absolutely black, no nothing, no bottom here. And I started looking around, and I couldn't see Jamaica. I lost the island. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do now? That's Jawsville pretty much, where the great white sharks swim and all that, way past the reef, right? I'd gone a little too far. All I did was tread water and go in circles for a while looking. And I said, Lord, and I really didn't talk to God much at the time, right? I was still kind of lost. And I said, well, God, I'm probably going to be running into you soon. Hopefully not Jaws dinner, And I don't know which way to go, but I'm going to have to go in one direction sooner or later. I'm going to get tired, right? And one of the waves went down just a little bit as I was turning, and I saw this really, really tiny black dot. And I honestly thought it was a boat or something. And I said, hey, better than nothing. Maybe they're fishing. Maybe I can go there. And I put my head down and I started swimming to it. I said, Lord, I'm going to do my best. But if I don't make it and I run into you, at least you know I tried. And I kept going and going and going and going with my head down. I just kept on going and going and going and going for a while. And then I looked up and it got bigger. And then I said, well, that's got to be the island. But the tide had started coming out. And I was tired. I really was. But I looked my head down and I was just talking with God a little bit, just watching the bottom as it, came into view, right? Getting closer and closer and closer. And I just going, and I was so tired. And I was going, God, please help me make it back to the shore. Please, 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 please. I had my wife and my baby daughter at the hotel, right? And I kept on going and going and going. I was so tired. And I watched it get closer and closer and closer until just to the point where you almost run into it. You can actually put your hands down and push yourself up out of the water. And there's a lady there, right? And I said, whoa. I said, thank God. And I go, where am I? And then she said the name of the hotel. And that was the exact same hotel I left from, the very same beach I left from. Even though I had lost the island, God brought me back to the very same beach I left from at the very same hotel. Some people say nothing is possible these days. Well, wrong. All things are possible with God, right? God is very real. Have a chat with him today. God was nice enough to talk with me and told me a few things. I asked him some silly questions, maybe probably others wouldn't, but that was my own personal thing, right? While I was talking with him, right? And he was nice enough to answer. He loves you all so much, right? All he wants is faith in a personal relationship with him. That's what he thinks is important, right? Think of normal, everyday lives, everyday people that have kids, and they want to have a better relationship with their kids. You know, that's God wanting to have a better relationship with us. Because some kids are stubborn and other kids are just straight bad and want to do bad things. That's the way it is, right? People notice God talks in a lot of agricultural terms. But think of it, if you're a farmer or a gardener, you have a really good understanding of God in one way because you don't want some weeds growing in your garden and choking and killing your plants that you're growing and taking care of and nurturing, right? But many forget, you know, that he told Jeremiah, I knew you before you were even born, right? Think about that. He knows the amount of hairs on your head. He knows every little thing, right? And some people forget that those who are in hell and going to be cast in hell into the lake of fire, he knows everything about them as well. And he loves them too. But he loves you so much, he doesn't want to have these bad people there to hurt you. The bad weeds killing and choking the good plants that he's growing in the garden or in the field like any farmer or gardener would, right? They love the plants and that so much they're going to take good care of them. And that's God. And he's given us free will. So you have the choice to be a weed or a flower in God's garden. Every day you got a chance to get right with God if you're not. Stop living that worldly lifestyle. I had things, I had houses stolen from me. Stolen from me. One by my own mother that was worth over $250,000, right? What am I supposed to do? Take my own mother to court? You know? Things come and go. They're meaningless. You can't take none of it with you when you go to heaven. The only thing you take to heaven are your righteous acts, right? And your righteous works, right? Because they make up the fine fabric of the linen you're wearing up there. So are you going to show up? Is a good question to ask. And if you do, will you be naked? What have you done with your bag of gold? I'm going to make a whole bunch of these moments that God moved in my life big time. Because he did big time and I was lost, right? When I was lost, he was there. God is there for you. He's probably been there in your past, protecting you, and you've never even noticed. Right? So give Jesus a call and talk to him today, right? He wants to hear from you. He's very real, and he loves you very much. He healed my terminal heart condition just a few months ago, and he's still working. It's not a story, it's real. Have a great day. Bye-bye, and don't forget to give God a call today.